What's up, everybody? Tonight we're going to be making honey garlic chicken. So, cheers and let's cook. First thing we're going to do is marinate our chicken. I got 3.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thighs here. They're just cut into like bite-sized pieces. To that, I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar. I got 2 tablespoons of a local honey, get all that goodness in there, a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of baking soda, as well as a half cup of cornstarch, and 2 eggs. Just going to give that a good mix. It's all mixed up, so I'm going to pop a top on, go in the fridge, and let that marinate for 1 hour. First thing we're going to do while that chicken marinades is put together our sauce. So I got 2/3 of a cup of chicken stock, 4 tablespoons of rice vinegar. Guys, the recipes for all of these videos are in the description below, completely written out if you want to check that out later. And I got 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 2/3 of a cup brown sugar, 12 cloves of minced garlic, a half a cup of that local honey, then I got 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. It's going to thicken it up once it comes to a simmer. For now, I'm just going to whisk all that together and let this, just push it to the side and let it sit until we're ready for it. Next, I'm going to bring 4 cups of water to a boil for our rice. Water's boiling, so we're going to go in with 2 cups of white rice. Just give that a little stir, bring it down to a simmer. Cover that and let that simmer for 20 minutes. Timer just buzzed on our rice. Pop that open, go in with 3 tablespoons of butter, and some salt. Just gonna season that, stir it, taste it, and adjust my salt. Leave the lid on that and just let that sit to the side. I got a nice big pan of oil here. I'm going to turn that on. Got my thermometer back there. I'm going to get this up to 350. Oil's heating up and our chicken's marinated for an hour. So I'm just going to take some of this and go into a bowl of all-purpose flour. And just toss that in there. Going to knock off any excess flour. I'm going to put that on a sheet tray with a wire rack, letting any excess flour fall through. Just go through and flour all this chicken. We got all our little chicken nuggies floured up. Time to go back to the stove and fry them. Oil's just over 350, which is fine because it's going to cool down when I start putting in my chicken. Now, I'm going to drop in a couple pieces carefully. I'm going to do this in batches because I don't want to overcrowd my oil and cool it down too much. The chicken won't crisp up like it should. So I'm just going to do this to all the chicken for about 3 minutes. And pull it back out and set it back onto those sheet trays with the resting racks. Looking good. Just gonna take those out, back onto my sheet tray. go on with the second batch. Now here's the secret to making this extra crispy chicken. We're going back in. Let that chicken rest for 10 minutes, and now we're going back into the fryer for another 2 minutes. 2 minutes, and that is going to get us some super crispy chicken. I'm going to go back out onto my sheet tray. I got all my chicken double fried. I poured my oil out into a metal container to cool down. I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of some olive oil. Let that get hot. It's just starting to smoke, so I'm going to go in with 2 yellow onions, large dice, as well as 2 green bell peppers, also large dice. Saute those real hard until they start to soften up. Our veggies are looking gorgeous, so I'm going to bring that down to medium heat. I'm going to give my sauce one more little whisk and pour that in. And once that sauce comes to a full simmer, it'll be nice and thickened. Shouldn't take too long. She's bubbling away. Got a nice little thickness to her, a little glaze. We're gonna go back in with our chicken. I'm gonna turn it down to low now. And just give it a stir until everything's nicely coated. Now that is what I'm talking about. That looks fantastic. We are ready to plate it up. Now I'm going to be serving this family style, so I'm going onto a platter. Got my rice here. Just going to go on that first. Spread that out. Make a nice better rice. Now we can just scoop our chicken on top. Now to finish it off, all I'm going to do is slice up some scallion, nice and thin. Sprinkle that over the top. As well as some sesame seeds. And that is ready to serve. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget, hit that like and subscribe. Also, don't forget, I got all those ingredients measured out, written down in the description below the video. See you next time. Cheers.